What's up, everybody? We are at the end of another month, so of course that means we have another video talking about the gaming that I'm looking forward to coming out in June. This list is not super heavy. There's only one game that I'm definitely gonna try on release at this point of recording. Some of it's due to price and availability, some of it's due to time, but we got 4 games. Kind of 4 games. We got 3 games and a console and a bunch of games that I'm looking forward to come out in June. And of course, after that, we'll quickly talk about the sales that I could find coming up in June as well. So without further ado, let's talk June games. So starting off on June 5th, if you pay attention to the gaming sphere in general, you know that the Switch 2 is coming out June 5th, and along with that, a bunch of games. Now, I'm excited for the Switch 2 to release, but this is where price and availability comes in. They're going to be hard to get, and it's $500. Plus, the only game that I'm really excited about right now on the Switch, there's some cool things coming, but that's Mario Kart World, and that's $80, and I don't feel like spending $80 on a game that I probably wouldn't stream. I know that's not a great requirement or make content on. But I do want to get that and the Switch 2 down the road, and then when the next Smash Brothers come out, Animal Crossing down the road and all that, because my fiance and I can play that stuff on the couch together, or we both enjoy Animal Crossing. But I'm looking forward to Switch 2. You have Mario Kart World coming out. That's the big highlight on June 5th, but you also have some other games releasing to Switch for the first time, like Cyberpunk. So there's a lot coming. I don't have the whole list, but it's a long list. You know, you have the Breath of the Wild game, Tears of the Kingdom. Later in the year, you have Pokemon A to Z. So a lot coming for the Switch 2. That's out June 5th. I forget what the Switch 2 is off my head. I didn't write the price down, but it's like $400 or $500. $400, I think. And then I'll put the price on the screen. And then Mario Kart World's $80. And I don't think any other games are listed for $80 right now. So moving on to the only game that I think I'm definitely going to get on release, and that's Mind's Eye. Now, Mind's Eye, we'll see reviews come out the days before. There's a lot of worry behind Mind's Eye. Mind's Eye has been wrought with speculation and worries that the game's not going to be good because some trailers have looked jumpy. But I'm excited. It's from the studio Build a Rocket Boy, and the game's headed by Leslie Benzies, who worked on Grand Theft Auto. It's an open world game inspired by the genre that Grand Theft Auto really popularized. Its self-described summary is Mind's Eye is a narrative-driven single-player action-adventure thriller set in the near future fictional desert city of Red Rock. It's inspired by Vegas, featuring best-in-class cinematics, high-octane driving, and explosive combat from game director Leslie Benzies. Like I said, people have worried a lot that the gameplay looks choppy, that we have yet to see a real long extended gameplay preview or trailer. People are really worried, but the game looks fun. The game looks interesting. And you just hope that those are just early looks and they just haven't put out a recent one. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna look at reviews because we'll see reviews coming out before this game actually releases, so I'll see what reviewers are talking about and saying about the game, and if it's like the quality is really bad, I'll wait for some updates for the quality to get better to play it. But if that stuff doesn't come out, I do plan on playing Mind's Eye when it comes out on June 10th. It is going to be on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series S and X, no last gen consoles, and it's $60, which nowadays actually feels almost kind of cheap when in the world of $70, $80, and maybe in the future $100 games. Moving on from Mind's Eye, the next game on this list is going to be an actual remake or remaster, the Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine Master Crafted Edition, which is just a crazy mouthful. But last year we saw the release, was it last year or was it earlier? No, it was last year, of Space Marine 2, and that was my first introduction to any Warhammer. Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine Master Crafted Edition is the game that originally came out in 2011 but remade. It is the game in the series before Space Marine 2 that came out last year. I really enjoyed Space Marine 2. I thought the multiplayer was fun. I thought the campaign was fun. It was an interesting boomer shooter game, and I'm interested in playing the game that actually comes before it, learning more of the lore and the story since I missed that back in 2011. It's just described on Steam as Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine Returns, enhanced for a new generation. Enjoy quality of life and graphical improvements that take Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine experience to the next level. So I'm looking forward to it. It comes out on June 10th, only on Xbox Series and PC. No last-gen consoles, no PlayStation, unfortunately, and it is only $40, which is really cheap nowadays. So I'm looking forward. I probably won't pick this up right away. I have a long backlog of single-player games, and so I'll pick this up at some point, whether when that backlog runs out, or when they run a sale, or if the reviews are just awesome coming out of it. But don't expect me to pick that one up right away, especially coming out the same day as June 10th. And then moving on to the final game. Now, this is a game that kind of is an availability thing, but that's Death Stranding 2. Of course, this is a PlayStation exclusive that'll come to PC within the probably next 6 months to a year. I'm currently playing my first playthrough of Death Stranding, just the first one, the Director's Cut edition, on my single player Sundays. My Twitch will be linked down below, as well as my single player channel where I'll upload my replay in parts. But I've been enjoying Death Stranding. I definitely would say it's an enjoyable game, although at some points in my first 7-ish hours, 6.5 hours, it's been a little tedious at moments because it is package delivery, essentially, but I am enjoying it. I will be getting Death Stranding 2 at some point. What it really comes down to is I should finish my playthrough by the time Death Stranding 2 comes out, but will I love Death Stranding enough to want to play the sequel immediately? Because it's my fiance's PS5, not my PS5. Now, I did give her a gaming PC for her birthday, so she does have other options to play on. But do I feel like trying to pull her PS5 out of her hands? Or did I like Death Stranding, but not enough that I want to play it right away and wait till PC? I would guess, being that I won't have anything, I won't be in the middle of playing anything new at that point, I'm going to try to play it when it releases, but it's an exciting looking game. Kojima is a legend, of course. It just says, embark on an inspiring mission of human connection beyond the UCA, the United Cities of America. Sam, with companions by his side, sets out on a new journey to save humanity from extinction. Join them as they traverse a world beset by otherworldly enemies, obstacles, and a haunting question, should we have connected? Step-by-step, legendary creator Hideo Kojima changes the world once again. The first one was award-winning. Hideo Kojima is a legend in the gaming sphere. So I'm sure the game will be great. It'll just be whether or not I feel like waiting for it to be on PC or if I want to play it right away. I would guess I'm going to lean towards playing it right away, but we'll see. I'm excited either way. So that's the console and games, and 3 games that I'm excited for in June. Switch 2 and the games, Mind's Eye, Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine, I'm just going to call it remastered, and Death Stranding 2. Death Stranding 2 is out June 26th, PS5 only, $70. But let's go ahead and move over into the sales. Alright, so not super long list of sales this month that I could find. Nothing from Ubisoft. Xbox always has stuff on sale, of course. But Steam has their Next Fest that starts on June 9th and runs until June 16th. Then they have their Fishing Fest, if that's your type of game, that runs from June 16th to June 23rd. And then the Steam Summer Sale starts on June 26th and goes all the way until July 10th. Now, I'll probably add even more to my backlog on Steam Summer Sale. Warhammer 40,000 Remastered might be on sale then. So that might be when I pick that up if I don't pick it up before then. So Steam Summer Sale is obviously the big one to look forward to with Steam. And then Epic Games, their Summer Sale is currently going on until June 13th. It's happening as we speak. And that ends June 13th if you want to check out stuff out on Epic Games. Although if you're on PC, you're probably buying through Steam. And then finally, PlayStation sales. Their Days of Play sale is currently ongoing until June 11th. And then they have their Game Fest sale from June 5th to June 19th. Don't be surprised if on other platforms, Steam, Epic, PlayStation, Xbox, whatever, that when Game Fest happens next week, that there is other sales as well. But those are the sales that I could find. So June, I don't think is a super heavy gaming month for me, new titles wise. But I'm always looking forward to any new games. Mind's Eye, the remaster of the first Space Marines, Death Stranding, and of course, a lot of people are looking forward to the Switch 2 and the games that are coming with that. So June is an exciting month for some, maybe not exciting for others. Some games that I left off this list, I'm trying to think of ones. FBC Firebreak, I think is what it's called. That one is one that a lot of people are looking forward to, but it just didn't look appealing to me. And then the Dune game, Dune Awakening, the like online survival. I think it's an MMO. I haven't watched the Dune movies, and that's not necessarily my genre. So those are a couple games that I know people are looking forward to that I left off, and I'm sure there's other ones that aren't on the Switch too. But yeah, that's June. I'm looking forward to June. But thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you like this type of content and want to see it first. And comment down below and let me know what you're looking forward to in June. Is your list the same as mine, different as mine? What are you getting a Switch to? Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts on the upcoming month of gaming are. And like I said earlier, my Twitch is linked down below, as well as all my other social medias if you want to support me anywhere else. I do appreciate it. And my single player channel is linked down below as well. But thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.